Hey guys, welcome back to Vid-Bits. My name's Brian, aka Pops, and I'm hanging out with you. And we are playing some more Disney Afternoon Collection. Going for that top 10 on Chippendale's Rescue Rangers Attack Attack for this Xbox version. I'm just trying to push my personal time in there now. Once we do that, we'll obviously put Vid-Bits up there too. There's such a disconnect in time between Wonder Waffle 89 and Scotty J472506 and Sketch Deluxe. Like it's 30 seconds, like what's going on there? You know what I mean? I haven't really checked it out. I'm just trying to stay in my own lane. Look right here, getting in 12th place. We definitely have the ability to get to leak this here. And of course the Vid-Bits are here in 17th place. So let's go ahead and get going. Pardon me. Yeah, Dre. What up, Dre? How you doing today, Dre? I changed the words "time attack" in the title to "speed run." I don't think it did so well. All right, man. Weekend, baby. Hell yeah, dude. What's up? I'm off today, but I gotta work my shoot job almost all day, both days, which is poopy. But we're still gonna focus on things that are important here. Doc's birthday today. Happy birthday to her. Love her so much. Important things, you know, get those done. Game of Day May, obviously, every day. Not sure what we're gonna do today, but probably gonna do something in tandem. Because people like it when we do stuff together. Team No Box. Yep, and there's that asshole like, oh yeah? No box, eh? Still get in there at 53 seconds. That's what you get for talking about it. Oh, there's certain things you don't talk about around her. Bimmy! What's better than a Vid-Bit? 2 Vid-Bits? Oh, that's true. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's true, man. That's true. The best things are things where, I think the best things are the things that, like, when me and Brady don't know what's going on, we both go into it blind. Those are things I like the most. I was really hoping Split Fiction would have blew wide open, but nobody seems to give a shit about it. And we have, like, pretty much a standing credo that says, if we have an open project that we haven't finished, and you guys want to see it finished or worked on, all you have to do is be like, how come you haven't ran an episode of blah blah blah? But nobody does that. Instead, they probably pigeonhole us in with the groups of people that just start way too much shit and then don't finish it. It's really just because if we're bored with it or it's not getting any traction and we're bored with it, then why am I gonna keep playing it? That's how I am in real life. Like, if I'm sick of a game, I stop playing it. So, really, as a streamer, it's pretty much just our gaming lives out there for you guys to see, pretty much, and, you know, just being raw about it. So, it's kind of sad when people are like, you know, not into something and it seems like they're going to be into something. Like, Adam Fall's the first thing in 3 years that I publicly said I'm done with this because I was fucking bored with it. Nobody was watching it. It was boring. I got it because I thought it was going to be topical. It's going to be, you know, and then everybody just kept on like, play Fallout. Just play Fallout. It's like, okay, then why did people worry so much about making a game if it was going to be the game that people just said, hey, don't worry about that game. Just go play Fallout. So there we go, no more Adamfall. And watch, you know, so a couple months down the road, somebody's like, could you play Adamfall? And I hope to God it's still on Game Pass, I guess. Because I actually physically bought it because I thought it was going to be so good. I'm like, nope. Most of the time, when I'm not sure about something, I'll just either do an extensive research about it or I'll ask Braden, because, like, he'll know. He's got his fingers on the pulse of what's cool usually, or he'll be able to be like, no dude, that's gonna be a bomb, don't play that. And he saved my ass on a couple games. That's pretty perfect there. Oh my god! I'm sorry. CJ, I appreciate that, especially what you said about Adamfall being a disappointment, but it is true, it is tricky to have a balance between games that hit good in the algorithm and the games that we enjoy ourselves, but the fact that you say that you don't care too much about what we play is exactly what we're going for. That's really... I don't care if we keep nailing up a well, going up a little bit, going down a little bit with, like, losing people that don't really want to be here versus people that are really here to see us play whatever we want to play. I mean, having to play the things that everybody wants you to play, it's not financially impossible yet, but it could soon be. unless you guys are like strictly funding the games that you want to see. If games go to being $85 a piece and we're not in the market of playing something strictly unless a bunch of people want us to play it. But most of the time those games do fall in line with our interests because we're very eclectic gamers. We play a lot of different stuff from a lot of different genres and a lot of different, you know, graphical standpoints and, you know, experiments, everything. So really, it's gotta be like Soccer Simulator. I'm not gonna play that, man. Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna probably play a soccer game. I'm not gonna probably play a basketball game unless it's like an NBA Jam game. Probably not gonna play a football game unless it's like a, you know, it would have to be some sort of like gimmicky thing, you know. But other than that, like, we are very much, you know, susceptible to play just about anything, you know. That's true. That's true. At the end of the day, you gotta love what you do. And if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, is what they say. I mean, it's still work. You still have to put energy towards it, which is what work really is. But still, though, the fact that we can just... Like, I'm gonna play this today, and just load it up, and I don't care if I get 5 people see it, or... Like, that's great if 20 people see it, then I know I should put more interest into it, and then we do go a little bit harder on those things. But, like... Man, I don't know, it makes me sad that people are just, like... only depend, like, I guess the whole thing is just keep playing a whole bunch of stuff and eventually something will stick. Like, Jaws does really well for us. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know if that's a Steven Spielberg thing or just the fact that it's, you know, it's around Shark Week or what. Or the fact that, you know, like top 50 in the world or whatever. No B. Thank you. Would you guys want to see us do the thing where there's a fucking frame and there's like stuff to do? I just don't want to copy everybody. I don't want to copy people that, but I mean, that's what seems like people do, and like stuff to keep you guys more engaged, stuff to help you guys engage each other. Takes a little bit of the stress off of me and Bray when we're doing stuff. Like, it's year 3. We're considering, you know, doing face reveal and just going full 9, just because we've been doing YouTube now for 3 full years. So
that is if you don't count the 2 or 3 times I randomly just showed my face on stream. That would be a good Vid-Bits trivia question.
What video did Brady accidentally show himself?
One of them was the other day.
I'm just gonna commit to going to instead of just restarting.
Well, you learn more. I gotta go pick up Van's birthday.
Okay. Dre says hi.
Hey Dre! How you doing, man? Do you do anything?
Alright. What am I doing? Spiker. I can't get that. I can't. Clear my mind. Focus. can't I can't get out of my head about stuff that's not this. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to... Man, my brain's a fucking gobbled mess of fucking crap, dude. Ah. Yep. Just figured I'd let everybody chew on that a little bit. You know. Went from like, man, I can't wait. They pushed Borderlands 4 because of this. Had nothing to do with it. What's up, Cheapers? Thank you. I don't know if it saves any much time or not. Nope, I got robbed. Just a shitty pattern. Just shitty, and I didn't throw early. I got hit a lot. All those frames of animation getting knocked back and all that, it takes its toll and adds up to seconds over time. The best run obviously will get the best laydowns on all bosses, and like little to no damage with them, I wonder what I did to get in early there. That was definitely early. Everything was early. How fast I've been. They're doing this shit. Haters. God, I just didn't know if I had that hit, so I just relied that I had that hit already. Ugh, I'm hating that fight. Hating that stage. It's like my least favorite stage in the game. After we get through that stage, the game's pretty much fun. Like, gleefully fun in a lot of spots. Like, tricky, and it's got a good reward and risk balance, but that stage, man... And then there's a couple of other stages that have some fuckery too, but jeez. Really? This part faster. There's no way. You have to just like wait for these sparks, to wait for these enemy animations. And I think I found I could do is be risky here. Hope the second B doesn't come. And there he is. And then I just get all distracted when I get in there and I get hit. Deep breath. Good RNG, good RNG, good RNG. It's got
it's Capcom, right? So they did program older arcade games, and some of the wave-based arcade games, like some of the shooter games and stuff, especially when they were programmed for the coin-op age, were programmed to be more punishing if you were a better player. If anything else, if you were like on an accelerated pace, then the game would just start shitting out an absurd amount of extra ads. And that's what we're seeing here in this, and also sometimes DuckTales, where if you're on a fast pace, and if you basically are faster than what the game is expecting the AI, the enemy behavior to be, it'll crap out extra waves of enemies. And then there's other times it doesn't. It's looking for it to be on a specific time signature, or maybe like you accelerating to the right or left so fast that it can't anticipate the despawn, so it doesn't despawn. You continue right, it continues respawning instead of like having one spawn and then it despawning. There's examples in the casino stage. There's examples, obviously, in this stage. So if you're going too fast, basically, you have to anticipate extra waves of enemies. And this is no more apparent than in this stage, where it loves to be like, oh yeah? Punishing you today. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Also, in the very last stage, you can go way too fast, and sometimes these same enemies will just continue to respawn even instead of spawning one time. And it's the same enemy. This guy. See, he's allowed to do that. That's what he's allowed to do. I'll give him that. I'm fine with that. But there he is. And sometimes he's not here at all. See? He's here today, because I was pretty fast. Now I gotta hope that I can actually just get through this with no damage, which I probably can't, because these stupid alien ads suck. I'm way behind now. That's how much I got hit. Yep. I hate that stage. You wouldn't believe I got 12th place in the world yesterday on Xbox. But watch, the whole point is I want you to see the difference. I'll not necessarily go super fast, but if I have a below 120 time on this stage, that other stage is more of a nightmare. If I get more of like a 120 on this stage, that stage seems to play significantly different. It's just crazy. And it's nothing that you can really do. You can play about a little bit until you figure out how to work around it, because if not, you're not going to be able to be a runner on this game. You have to learn how to work within its limitations. Oops. Hey, that might be what the new move right there is really what I should probably do, whatever I just did there. Did you see how it flung me this way? Look at that. That should be probably something I should always do if I can get consistently working. I was too excited, so I just got messed up there. I was super excited about that. If I can mimic exactly what I did there, but I probably can't. So what did I do there? So did I just turn around and then let it bounce me to the right? Let's see if we could do it again. Because that'd be crazy. That would really be crazy if I could, like, that would gain me, like, at least half a second. I'm kind of excited here.
just the game a day made stuff. I think there's a game that we should add. Maybe instead of Oblivion.
Yeah?
Well, there's this game Hypercharge that comes out on PlayStation. You don't have to mute it. They can get a little spoiler if they want.
Alright, fair enough.
It's like you play as toys and you're in like a toy store.
Dude, I've been looking for that game forever. Was
Yeah.
it gonna be on console?
PlayStation only.
Wow.
Yeah, PS4 and PS5.
Dude, I was looking forward to that game, but I thought it was like a fake game for the longest time, so I'm really excited about that.
Hypercharge. Yeah,
I'm really excited about that.
it's supposed to come out at the end of the month.
Yeah, looks like we'll have to do it. Alright guys, I'm gonna come back to this. I think I'm gonna try again later today. I just want this to be a PSA that if you ever have something too impressing on your mind or bothering you, it can definitely affect what you're trying to do, and I can't keep my mind focused on the game, so like it's obvious. I mean, clearly here we are ranked 12th in the world on Xbox, so I'm just frustrated that I can't keep my mind in the game, and I'm sorry that I wasted your guys' time. Because usually in these runs it takes me about an hour to get warmed up, and you know, and after an hour then it starts to come, because like you have to get really in the zone to be able to perform at that level and stuff, and I'm sorry. I apologize. So thank you very much for sticking with me, Dre. I appreciate it, man. I know that your time is valuable and you don't get much of it to do fun stuff and stuff like that, and I just really was locked in to get a PB, and again, I'm just sorry that I can't clear my head. But that's just a reminder to everybody as a PSA, when you're going to do records and stuff, especially, you know, even if you have plans to do something long or, you know, lengthy, don't commit to continually do it if it's not going to pan out for you. And in this case, you know, I'm just going to have to, you know, etch a sketch myself, you know, I've already shaking it clear, and I'll have a productive day. It'll be fine. It'll turn around. I just, you know, yeah. I appreciate you very much, guys, and have a wonderful day. Stay tuned to more Vid-Bits shenanigans later in the day, including the second episode of Game of the Day in May. Please check out yesterday's episode, Risk of Rain. We always piggyback those things and talk about a lot of them, so even retroactively you may hear about them in other videos, but check out the playlist for seasons 1 and 2 as well. We implore you to do that. And considering the fact that we've been on YouTube for 3 years now, we decided we'd throw up a little shop featuring our wonderful Siberian Huskota Chief and a lot of merchandise, so we would love for you to check that out as well. Until next time, it's been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits. Good gains, good goals, and good RNG, guys, and yeah, we will see you on the next one. Peace.